News Talk Radio.
You give us 12 minutes and 40 seconds, we'll give you Chattanooga and the world.
News Talk 1240.
Oh, the Judd lights. This is it. We'll hit the heights. And oh, what heights we'll hit. On with the show. This is it.
The lights are on. Kind of rainy and foggy outside, but it's time to do the Mr. Judd Show. You're listening to Hot News Talk Radio, AM 1240. Well, we got a lot of stuff to do today. All kinds of good stuff. We're going to talk about Halloween a little bit. We're going to talk about the EEOC finding a company in favor of Muslims. We're going to talk about how Christian decline is going on in the Middle East. Just got all kinds of good stuff. And, we're going to talk about Glamour's Woman of the Year, which I find very, 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 very interesting, who they say the Woman of the Year is. You're listening to Hot News Talk Radio, AM 1240. You can listen to us on your computer or maybe even your tablet at hotnewstalkradio.com. Pretty simple. Hotnewstalkradio.com automatically begins streaming. It's pretty neat how that works. Or you can, maybe you have to leave like the next couple of days, I'm going to be out of the area. And what am I going to do? I'm going to keep up with all the shows with the great TuneIn app that we have. And it's TuneIn app. Just go to your app store and type in Tune, Tunein. You can go to the app, go there and just type in Hot News Talk Radio, AM 1240, and you can listen to us anywhere at any time you want to go. It's great. It's streaming. It's live, which is nice. It's free. That's even nicer. And make sure you follow us on Twitter and at Facebook at Hot News Talk Radio. That's pretty simple. Seems like we have this theme of Hot News Talk Radio, don't we? This is from WRCB. The Vaudeville Cafe in downtown Chattanooga has taken its last bow. The murder mystery restaurant had its last performance Saturday night, shortly after movers immediately began clearing out. You know, that's one place I've never been and didn't realize it had been here for over 15 years. Doesn't say why they're giving it up, why they're leaving. You would think with all the tourism action downtown that would be one happening place, but it's not, I guess, or maybe the owners are retiring. Maybe somebody raised the rent. I don't know. Have no idea. But we hate to see any local business like that go. So that it's going to put on the streets 40 actors. Okay. Well, I mean, you know, they'll always go back to their day job of waiting tables anyway. So I think they're okay there. Donald Trump appeared on Today's Show Monday in a town hall style event. Trump was answering a question from a Republican voter who asked him, with the exception of your family, have you ever been told no? My whole life has been no, and I have fought through it, Trump said. It has not been easy for me. It has not been easy for me, he said twice. And you know, I started off in Brooklyn. My father gave me a small loan of $1 million. Just $1 million. He pressed further. Trump conceded that getting that $1 million loan from my father might seem easy to most people, but said $1 million isn't very much compared to what I've built. That getting $1 million loan from his father might seem easy, but it wasn't much to what he did. Said he even had to pay his father back with interest. Let's see, you've got his story, which will bring a tear to your eye, how he had to fight through. You know, he took a used limousine to school. He had to borrow $1 million from his own dad, and his own dad just unmercifully made him pay it back with interest. And then you got the easy street life of Dr. Ben Carson. You know, here's a man that actually grew up in the projects. Easy. He got government housing. His housing was given to him. His mother was on food stamps. You know, he was easy. His food was given to him. He didn't have to borrow and beg like Donald Trump. But now we have Dr. Ben Carson, who has had it easy his whole life, even public education. His education was paid for. Just sometimes it makes you just want to just cry, doesn't it? To hear how easy Dr. Ben Carson had it as compared to Donald Trump, who struggled, had to borrow money from his own father. His own father cruelly made him pay it back. So think about how lucky you have it today. How about if you borrowed $1 million from your father just to get started? Dad, I just need $1 million to get started. And you know what? And he made you pay it back. Cruelness in this world. That's the world that Donald Trump, that's the mean streets of Brooklyn that Donald Trump grew up in. Don't forget the Mocs homecoming game is this weekend. It's actually Halloween night. And it's at 4 p.m. They're playing at Finley Stadium. Of course, they're playing Western Carolina. Make sure you go down there. I'm not sure if you're supposed to dress up. I'm not sure they want you dressing up. But get down and support our Mocs. They play at 4 o'clock. Looking forward to that game. The mighty Mocs ranked higher than they've ever been. So that's great. And don't forget, we are the official NASCAR station here at Hot News Talk Radio, AM 1240. You catch every lap of every race. And this week begins the next 3 to where they cut it down to just 4. So this is really every race is this important. It's going to be at Martinsville. And because of the time change on Sunday, it'll be Sunday at Martinsville. It'd be at 1:15 p.m. And we'll be carrying that here at Hot News Talk Radio, AM 1240. And I believe there's only 4 more races left. Wow. 4 more races and NASCAR will be done. But don't forget, we also carry the NFL. And the way that works is we usually carry an NFL game after the race, or maybe depending on where the race is before. So you're going to get NFL and you're going to get NASCAR on Sundays. And then, of course, on Saturdays, we have a great show from CBS that's going to get your college game day started, whether it be in whatever sport you like. I'm sure they're going to be talking baseball because the World Series starts tonight. It starts in Kansas City as the New York Mets roll into the Kansas City and play the Royals. So it should be pretty good. And they'll be talking that CBS Sports. They're going to be talking World Series. They're going to be talking college football. I mean, one of the big games this weekend is Notre Dame and Temple. Who would have ever thought that you said in the same sentence, one of the big games this weekend is Notre Dame Temple? It just doesn't sound like it fits right. Both teams are ranked, and that should be a pretty good game. I'm sure they're going to be talking about that. And, of course, they're going to be talking about NFL. So you got to catch that. It starts here on early Saturday mornings at Hot News Talk Radio, AM 1240. Do not forget. Hey, today is Matt Drudge's birthday. And Matt Drudge, I'm sure a lot of people read the Drudge Report. He's 49. He and I are the same age. I'm just a whole hell of a lot prettier than he is. That's why he wears that hat. But I like his website, the Drudge Report. He does have some amazing headlines on there. You know, if you follow us on Twitter, which you should, and it's pretty simple, it's Hot News Radio on Twitter, we have some pretty good headlines because we got this little Pakistani guy over in Dunlap, and he lives, I wouldn't call it a cave, but he lives alone, kind of a hermit type guy, and he loves. He's probably, if I say 4'11", I'm giving him a couple of inches, but he's that wide too. And he has a great tweeter. I get you, tweetist. Maybe he's a tweetist. He is a tweetist. And he puts up these great tweets. You need to be following us on Twitter and following us on Facebook too. Keon Rose of Clutch, who has the first sports show in Chattanooga here every day, Monday through Friday. He's on from 1 to 2. He does a great job with our Facebook page. We want you to be interactive. Go in and like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and in that way you can be interactive with the host and the shows, and you can see exactly what's going on because we do post things on Facebook that may not have made it to the air. You know, because we all prepare tirelessly. I mean, I was up. My show starts at 11, and I started at 10:45 this morning preparing for this show. And so that I've got so much that sometimes, you know, it doesn't make it to the show, so I have to throw it on Facebook. But anyway, I digress. We're going to talk about Halloween here in just a minute. I have some suggestions. You know, we're always handing out candy, which I think this is a terrible holiday, and we're going to talk about that. But we are going to, you know, we're going to talk about Halloween. And I want everybody to know that this portion of the show was brought to you by Rick Davis, Gold and Diamonds. You know where it is. You know where his shop is, there on Brainerd Road. You can't miss it. Cash, 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 cash. Did I say cash? Get top dollar for your gold and silver. I guarantee he's going to give you more than anybody else in town. Rick Davis, Gold and Diamonds, 5301 Brainerd Road. Remember that. Cash, cash, cash. Get down there today. Go by there today. He does a great business. Easy parking in the back of that facility. So don't call because they're busy. A lot of times they won't even answer the phone. You need to go by there. You're going to get cash for your gold and diamonds. Who doesn't like cash? I even like Johnny Cash. You're listening to the Mr. Judd Show, Hot News Talk Radio, AM 1240. We're going to talk Halloween.
Expect a wet, cool, and foggy start to your Tuesday. We'll see more on and off showers continue for a while, tapering off late. Highs only 60 to 62. Tonight, fog, drizzle, along with a shower, lows upper 50s. A few passing showers Wednesday, highs near 70, drier Thursday. Join us at Abba's house tomorrow evening from 6 to 8:30 p.m. for our annual trunk or treat. There'll be inflatables, live entertainment, and, of course, tons of candy. It's a free gift to our community from Abba's house. And I'm WDEF News 12 Chief Meteorologist Patrick Orr. On AM 1240, Hot News Talk Radio.
You give us 12 minutes and 40 seconds, we'll give you Chattanooga and the world.
Fox News Talk 1240.
Here comes Dale Earnhardt Jr. He's got third. He's going for second. Earnhardt going for the lead.
The NASCAR Sprint Cup Series is on the Motor Racing Network.
Fox News Talk 1240.
Hear it live on the Motor Racing Network, the voice of NASCAR.
Check it out live on Chattanooga's official NASCAR radio station.
Fox News Talk 1240.
Here you are, working to keep your customers happy and to manage your cash flow. IRS problems are the last thing you need, but here they are, flapping about you like vultures. Get help from Eric Pelton and his team of accountants at E.J. Pelton Company. Audits, letters, proposed return changes, 1099s, penalty threats. Pelton Tax Resolution Services brings peace of mind and helps you keep more of what you've earned. EJPelton.com. Offices on Brainerd Road and in Saudi Daisy, just north of the Bilo. That's E.J. Pelton. Call 622-3156. Think ahead, 622-3156.
A woman with no memory wakes up to find her entire body covered in tattoos. It's Blind Spot.
Good morning, honey. What the heck?
What is it, Dolores? Hillary?
It's my body. I'm all covered with tattoos.
Look at this one. It says slip some nair into Donald Trump's Make America Great Again baseball cap. And this one, it says fake a picture of Bernie Sanders playing Monopoly.
And look at this tattoo on my thigh.
Ugh, do I have to?
Bill.
Okay, my little cuttlefish. It says make a Carly Fiorina voodoo doll.
Don't you see what this is? It's a roadmap to the White House. This is how I'm going to get elected. Are there any tattoos on my back?
Below the one that says wide load.
Bill.
Okay. It says accidentally called Ben Carson Dr. Huxtable. Brilliant.
Who would have done this? Who would have covered me in tattoos?
Banksy?
Wait a minute. These are temporary tattoos. They rub right off. That way, no one can trace them back to me. I can just delete them.
Like your emails.
Bill.
You give us 12 minutes and 40 seconds, we'll give you Chattanooga and the world.
Fox News Talk 1240.
Ooh, baby, it's the Mr. Judd Show.
Yes, it is. The one and only. Are you ready for Halloween? The most made-up holiday outside of Valentine's Day we have in America. I went through this yesterday. Everything we teach our kids to do, one night, not day, one night of the year, we say throw it away. Well, really 2 nights if you consider Christmas Eve, and we'll talk about that the closer we get to Christmas. But think about it. You tell your kids not to go up to strangers, be polite, don't ask people for things, and don't eat sweets. But on Halloween, we're going to throw that out the window. The heck with that. What are we going to do? Oh, we're going to tell them to go up to complete strangers, knock on the door, say something cute, dress up. I mean, and dress up in their whole outfit, zombies, ghost, devil mask. These are things we don't want our children to do. But that one night of the year, you can do it. You kind of get a pass because of Halloween. I mean, think of the power of marketing. So everything you don't want your kid to do, you're going to have them do. Isn't that wild? I mean, I don't get it. I really don't get it. I don't get the whole Halloween thing. Anyway, they're going to have them knock on the door, say something like trick or treat and smile. Oh, you're so cute. They're going to get candy from a stranger, from someone they don't know. From someone they don't know. They're going to take it, keep going around. And then they bring it home and they've got all this candy. And then we hype them up on sugar. Why don't we buy them a latte? Give them the caffeine. And then wonder why they act like they do. But no one's ever thought of it this way. But, there are some things you can do to help you, as in the person that would be giving out these treats. Maybe we can educate our kids. Now, I think there's several things we can do to help educate our kids.
Halloween is traditionally a time of candy and sweets.
Trick-or-treat! Trick-or-treat!
But this year, I'm starting a new tradition by handing out donut coupons. Here you go.
What's this? A coupon? Yuck!
And it's not for one of those sugar-laden glazed donuts either. It's just a good old-fashioned plain cake donut.
Where's my candy?
Plus, donut coupons teach children an important life lesson about delayed gratification.
Come on, let's go. I want candy.
So this Halloween, save the candy. Instead, hand out donut coupons from your local Shop Mark.
Take that, Nino lady.
Donut coupons available at all Shopmark supermarts, and ask about our new glass replacement service.
Now, see, I like that. That's a novel idea. Like they said, it's delayed gratification, giving them coupons. So I thought, what else could you do? What are some other things that you can do to maybe teach a lesson this Halloween? Not to teach them to beg, so in case they're ever homeless. So when they go up, you can give things out and say, here, how about a box of macaroni and cheese? Think of that. You give them a box of macaroni and cheese, then they can have a cooking lesson at home. They can see that it takes effort to make something. They can learn about ingredients and following instructions. I think that would work great. How about random pictures of people you do not know? Just hand them random pictures. Sometimes you get your pictures developed or you take a lot of pictures and there's people in the pictures you just don't know. Print those off and just hand them out at Halloween. That way, they can see that there's more people in this world. It makes them less selfish is really what it does. All right. How about buy one, get one from the local vegan restaurant? There's nothing that kids love more than a good vegan meal. In this way, kind of like the donut thing, they can go have a cake donut afterwards, but this way they're getting a good, wholesome, liberal meal. You're helping everybody. Electrical tape. Why don't you get a small thing of electrical tape and give to the kids? This way, if their bag rips, they can fix it themselves, and it gives them that ingenuity. Electrical tape can just about fix anything. I was going to say duct tape, but duct tape's awful big and bulky. That way, electrical tape is small, it kind of stretches, and the kids often love it. And now this is the most important. Give them some cornbread mix. I know it's kind of heavy, but you can get the little 2-pound bag. Give them cornbread mix. And you know what this does? This is going to show them how important their Southern roots are. So do something different this Halloween. Give something different and make Halloween special for every child you know. All right, a study from the University of Michigan published in the U.S. National Library of Medicine looked at what makes food addictive. Have you ever thought about this? What makes food addictive? Well, they've listed the top 25 addictive foods, and some of them are highly processed. Some of them are high both in fat and refined carbohydrates, and some are high in sugar. But let's go through these right quick. Number 25, the granola bar. I can see that maybe. Number 24, water. I know I'm addicted to water. Seems like I need it every day of my life. I think I've got a water addiction. I might need to go see help. Crackers. Really? You're addicted to crackers? Man, you need a life. Pretzels. I can see that. They're kind of fun to eat. Pretzels, I don't know if they're addictive. Chicken breast. Well, I am addicted to breast. I can say that much. So I can say that one. Eggs. Now, who is addicted to eggs? Just popping around. Just, hey, I always carry a couple of boiled eggs in my pocket. Just kind of can't get enough. Nuts. Yeah, I can see you being addicted to muffins. You're addicted to muffins. So you're what, 700 pounds? Steak. Yeah, I got this steak addiction. Man, I just got to eat steak all the time. I mean, I'm jonesing for some steak. Gummy candy. Maybe. Got the sugar in it. Breakfast cereal. Outside of Seinfeld, I know nobody that is addicted to breakfast cereal. Popcorn. Maybe rolls. I'm addicted to good old plain rolls. Fried chicken. Now that'd be something. Most Baptists, I would say, are addicted to fried chicken. Bacon. Absolutely. Yes. Why would you not be addicted to bacon? Cheese. I like cheese. I don't know if it's an addiction. Cake. Number 9's cake. Yeah. Soda, non-diet. Yeah, I can see that. Cheeseburgers. Well, if you're addicted to cheeseburgers, you're also going to be addicted to number 6, French fries. Now we finally get into something that's worth being addicted to. Ice cream. Absolutely. Cookies, number 4. Yeah, I like cookies. I probably could be addicted to cookie chips. I can see people, that's number 3 is chips. I can see people being addicted to chips. Chocolate, absolutely. A day without chocolate is like a day without sunshine. Number 1 on the list, pizza. I would put chocolate as number 1. Some of these should not be on this list. If you're addicted to water, you're addicted to crackers or eggs. I love the egg addiction. Man, I'm addicted to eggs. I have to boil 3 or 4 before I leave the house. I don't care where I'm going. Got to have those boiled eggs. I bet that the person that's addicted to eggs, when it comes to Easter, just in heaven, absolute heaven. See, we cover the important issues on the Mr. Judd Show here at Hot News Talk Radio, AM 1240.
You give us 12 minutes and 40 seconds, we'll give you Chattanooga and the world.
News Talk 1240.
Expect a wet, cool, and foggy start to your Tuesday. We'll see more on and off showers continue for a while, tapering off late. Highs only 60 to 62 tonight. Fog, drizzle, along with the shower, lows upper 50s. A few passing showers Wednesday, highs near 70. Drier Thursday. Join us at Abba's house tomorrow evening from 6 to 8:30 p.m. for our annual trunk or treat. There'll be inflatables, live entertainment, and, of course, tons of candy. It's a free gift to our community from Abba's house. And I'm WDEF News 12 Chief Meteorologist Patrick Orr. On AM 1240, Hot News Talk Radio.
Are you tired of feeling like just another account number to your financial advisor? Try something refreshingly different. Call Edward Jones Financial Advisor, Patrick Neal, in Hickson at 870-7894. Edward Jones. Making sense of investing. Member SIPC.
Compass Media Network's coverage of the NFL. Hi, this is Jerry Recco. Join Kevin Ray, Danny White, myself for all the action.
Hot News Talk 1240.
If it's the NFL, it's right here.
You give us 12 minutes and 40 seconds, we'll give you Chattanooga and the world.
Hot News Talk 1240.
Social media, we're on that. Hot News Talk Radio on Facebook, at Hot News Talk Radio on Twitter. Download the TuneIn app and follow us anywhere at any time. AM 1240, Hot News Talk Radio.
You give us 12 minutes and 40 seconds, we'll give you Chattanooga and the world.
Hot News Talk 1240.
You give us 12 minutes and 40 seconds, we'll give you Chattanooga and the world.
News Talk 1240.
Ooh, baby, it's the Mr. Judd Show.
It's too cold and rainy to be taking anything off today. No.
Take it off. Take it all off.
Fox News Radio. I'm Lillian Wu, the outgoing House Speaker, pushing the deal struck last night.
The agreement isn't perfect by any means, but the alternative was a clean debt ceiling increase without any additional support for our troops and without any entitlement reforms.
John Bader on the agreement, which puts off a government shutdown fight through 2016. A full vote likely tomorrow. A South Carolina deputy on leave after an investigation gets underway into video of him dragging a female student across the floor of a high school classroom. Fox's Jonathan Seri reports.
Deputy Fields was called to the classroom because the student was being disruptive, according to Sheriff's Lieutenant Curtis Wilson.
The student was asked to leave the class several times by the instructor at the school. Assistant principal was there as well. Then the officer was called on scene to actually have the student removed from that location. The student refused.
And home prices jumping 5.1% in August. Fox News, we report.
Oh, the jerk lights. This is it. We'll hit the heights. And oh, what heights we'll hit. On with the show. This is it.
You are listening to the one and only Mr. Judd Show. What a wonderful day it is. You know what? Fox News is brought to you by Rick Davis Gold and Diamonds. Do you have maybe a gold necklace or a bracelet that you think, nah, it's not worth anything? Well, guess what? Take it to Rick Davis. And Rick will personally sit down and appraise you that. And you know what? He's going to give you cash on the spot. I mean, right there. And he does that. You go to a store and it you know where it is on Brandon Road. It's at 5301 Brandon Road. Now, don't call them. You need to go by there. If you want the cash, then what you do is you go by there. He gives you a number. When your number comes up, you sit down, you show him all of, whatever you have there. And guess what? He'll appraise it. He'll offer you cash right there. Pretty simple. Rick himself does this. So make sure you go by Rick Davis Gold and Diamonds on Brainerd Road right there. Okay, we got some good stuff to cover here. This is from BrettBart.com. The politically correct Glamour magazine has reportedly waived the one defining requirement of candidates for its Woman of the Year honor, the double X chromosome. In conferring the title for the 2015 cross-dressing Bruce Jenner, a move that many women are finding insulting. And I see why. The magazine is expected to formally announce its choice as Jenner as Woman of the Year, along with actress Reese Witherspoon on November the 3rd. Okay. The manufactured Woman of Jenner, no, I put that in. Criticisms are already piling up from women who find the choice of Jenner to be demeaning and are falling into two main campuses. First, they are the real women in the world. Could Glamour not find one worthy of the title of Woman of the Year without needing to fish in the male pool of boys dressing as girls? There's pretty strong language from these liberals. Second, what in the world has Jenner done in the past year? Well, he's gotten a makeover that qualifies him for modeling, for achieving for women around the world. I agree. What has he done? I mean, in this, if you're one of these women that read Glamour, you should be insulted. Australian-born feminist Germaine Greer accused Glamour of misgynecology in its decision to award Jenner a Woman of the Year award, noting that the transgender women are not women, do not look like women, sound like, or behave like women. That brings me to my point. Have you noticed, if you watch TV at all, movies, TV, anything, I don't care what it is, they have to have a gay character. They have to have a transgender character. I'm guessing at least 70% of the shows, the new shows that are out, have one of these characters. Now, let me try to understand the entertainment view of this. There are less than 3%, and I'm being nice when I say 3%, it's really less than 2%, people in the world that are transgender, lesbian, or gay. Lug butts, as the great David Tulis, who has a show from 9 to 11 here. The great David Tulis will say, they call them lug butts. That's great. He's right. So we're going to cater. We're going to force you. You're not the anomaly. You're the norm. You're heterosexual. But we're going to force this homosexual whole lifestyle, everything on you through our entertainment. Very subtle. So that you think, well, everyone's gay. I'm probably the only person not in the world that's gay. You know, we don't have a gay person in our family. What's wrong with us? I mean, stop and think about it. How would you like that? I mean, less than 2%, really, are gay. But yet, about 65 to 70% of the shows have a gay character on it. I mean, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't have, but should the sexual orientation of the person, should the color of the person, should the gender of the person be relative in these shows? And if a part is written for a man, then a man should play it. If it's written for a woman, then a woman play it. Pretty simple. How is that being homophobic? How is that being racist? How's that being sexist? Outside of you really don't have an argument, you want to call people names. I mean, it cracks me up that the left, they're the ones that wants all of this equality, yet they're the first to show and to point out the inequality. I mean, come on. Which way do you want it? But I'm going to tell you, you know, you're flipping around TV and a show comes up and I see, you know, that we've got to, and then they insert the gay character. It makes no sense. Turn it off. Turn it off. And that's what you can do as consumers. You know, I don't think it's a lifestyle choice. I think they are born that way, but I think we need to be, as a society, looking for a cure because it is a brain anomaly. And for some reason, it's accepted. I mean, you know, if you had a form of autism, we don't want to accept it. Let's put an autism character in there. You know, well, golly, Mr. Judd, you're mean as hell. No, I'm just saying we don't. You know, whether you believe in God as the creator or we evolved, it's against nature. It is against nature and it's anomaly. Does that mean I hate them or scared of them? No. But I'm telling you, it's going to ruin families. You're confusing when you have two women raising a boy, you're confusing that boy. When you have two men raising a girl, you're confusing that girl. And don't give me all of your bull crap about, oh, no, it's not, because it is. And then we wonder why society's so screwed up. Because of that. Men relate with men. I can relate with my son on a level that no woman can, not even his mother. A mother can relate to a daughter on no level that any man can. I don't care how feminine the man is. And what have we done to our society? Just think in the past 10 years, as this really has become prevalent, we have feminized. Is that a word? I don't even know if it's the right word. But our society, the American society, has become more feminine because we tell men, you know, we have gay men everywhere raising gay kids. And then we have women who are already feminine raising kids. And somehow the white male, the black male, the Asian male, the Hispanic male that's not gay, that knows life's tough, that knows you have to be tough, that knows that just because you care for someone's not going to make things right, that is wrong. You need to be nicer. No, we don't. The world's not nice. Show me niceness in this world. Outside of the American society, how we've made it more and more feminine. I mean, it shows. Look at our kids are later and later leaving the house, especially males. Don't even want to go out and get a job. 18 years old, get your butt out of the house. Go get a job and live on your own. Don't come back here. That's the way it should be. But no, we've made it such a feminine society. And I think this right here showing that a man converted, he's gone to the altar of transgender. He's not even a transgender. I mean, he altered himself to be a woman. And now glamour, because they want to be politically correct, because they feel like they're doing the right thing, is going to honor him, Bruce Jenner. I'm not going to call him whatever name he wants to be. It's Bruce Jenner. He won the decathlon in 1976. That's Bruce Jenner. Bruce, I don't care what you've had removed, put in, or whatever, you're still Bruce. You can probably grow a beard thicker than mine if you stop taking your crap, okay? But it all goes through society, and they make it so subtle, so subtle. Now, I was at an event. I was at an occasion this weekend, and it's two lesbians raising kids. And, one of them's trying to be manly. Well, she can't do it. But they speak in the terms, but it just can't happen. You're not a man. You may want to be, but you're not. You may have been wanted to born different, but you're not. And would you not think that these people would want to find a cure for that? I mean, suicide rate is extremely high in the gay community. Why? Because they know they're different. Now we're going to try to force things on people through marketing, through advertising, through our entertainment, through our conversations. Don't say that. Let's all go to the same bathroom together. Okay. You lesbian who wants to be the male, I want to see you use the urinal like I do. Okay, that's my soapbox. We're going to talk about drones next. We're going to talk about the EEOC, everybody's favorite. I know if you're in business, you love to hear that term. Here comes the EEOC. Woo, yeehaw. Thank you. You're listening to the Mr. Judd Show. Who would have ever thought that Glamour magazine would have sparked my little dissertation, as the great David Tulis would say. Hey, following me is the Digital Drive. The adolescent, he's on the verge of becoming a young adult. We're saying it's going to be this Monday, November the 2nd. He will be a young adult. You do not want to miss the Digital Drive. Every day, Monday through Friday, noon to 1, only on Hot News Talk Radio, AM 1240.
You give us 12 minutes and 40 seconds, we'll give you Chattanooga and the world.
Fox News Talk 1240.
Expect a wet, cool, and foggy start to your Tuesday. We'll see more on and off showers continue for a while. Tapering off late. Highs only 60 to 62. Tonight, fog, drizzle, along with a shower, lows upper 50s. A few passing showers Wednesday, highs near 70. Drier Thursday. Join us at Abba's house tomorrow evening from 6 to 8:30 p.m. for our annual trunk or treat. There'll be inflatables, live entertainment, and, of course, tons of candy. It's a free gift to our community from Abba's house. And I'm WDEF News 12 Chief Meteorologist Patrick Orr. On AM 1240, Hot News Talk Radio.
Cell Surgeon, an affordable quick fix for your smartphone and tablet in Northgate Mall next to Old Chicago Pizza.
We do the best quality work. We have the best customer service, the most competitive prices around.
Cell Surgeon, a painless operation to fix your sick device.
Well, if you have a cheap charger or something that's not really designed for your phone, it can mess with your battery. It can actually fry your phone. So you need to make sure you have a quality product that's going to be designed for your phone.
Cell Surgeon, your smartphone doctor's in the house at the Northgate Mall next to Old Chicago Pizza.
If you charge it in the morning and, by noon, it's at, 50% under normal use. That means your battery's pretty much dead. And once you've reached that point, it starts to deteriorate.
Cell Surgeon, call 423-668-0100 or go to cellphonerepairchattanooga.com.
We do free estimates. If your phone's not working properly, bring it in when we're happy to take a look at it and diagnose it and see what we think is wrong with it at no charge. Most phone repairs can be done in 30 minutes or less.
Cell Surgeon, an affordable quick fix for your smartphone and tablet in Northgate Mall next to Old Chicago Pizza.
Don't take it in the bathroom. Don't ever put it in your back pocket. And don't charge your phone while you're sleeping.
Cell Surgeon, an affordable quick fix for your smartphone and tablet in Northgate Mall next to Old Chicago Pizza. Call 423-668-0100 or go to cellphonerepairchattanooga.com. That's cellphonerepairchattanooga.com. Cell Surgeon, your smart device doctor is in the house.
Tired of insurance companies? Tired of doctors that won't spend time with you? Do something different. Leave the sick care model of medicine and come to Dr. Danielle Mitchell, the Chattanooga Sports Institute and Center for Health, where we're interested in long-term health solutions, not the quick fixes. Come see me, Dr. Danielle Mitchell, at the Chattanooga Sports Institute and Center for Health. I'm all about the long-term healthcare solutions and doing what's best. On the web, you can find me at ChattanoogaSportsInstitute.com. That's ChattanoogaSportsInstitute.com. Or call us at 875-1005, 875-1005, or find us on social media, Facebook, Dr. Danielle Mitchell, or the ChattanoogaSportsInstitute.com. Let's go, ya!
The Fed raising rates, China's economy in trouble. Don't let headlines derail your long-term financial strategy. I'm Edward Jones financial advisor Patrick Neal. At Edward Jones, we provide the tools for a reasoned, disciplined approach to investing. Stop by my office next to the Target Shopping Center in Hickson, or call me at 423-870-7894. That's Patrick Neal at 870-7894. Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Member SIPC.
Social media, we're on that. Hot News Talk Radio on Facebook, at Hot News Talk Radio on Twitter. Download the TuneIn app and follow us anywhere at any time. AM 1240, Hot News Talk Radio.
You give us 12 minutes and 40 seconds, we'll give you Chattanooga and the world.
News Talk 1240.
Ooh, baby, it's the Mr. Judd Show.
Yes, it is. We got a lot to cover here. I want to let everybody know that tomorrow, actually, the one and only Bruce Krebs will be here. And Bruce does the Entrepreneur Hour. It does a great job at it. So if you're interested in starting a business, you need financing for a business, maybe you need Bruce's help to figure out what kind of business that you should start that you'd be passionate about. Make sure you listen to Bruce tomorrow. He's going to be on Hot News Talk Radio, AM 1240, between 11 and noon tomorrow. And if you want to call him in the meantime, give him a call, 423-875-5621. That's 423-875-5621. That's the Bruce Krebs Entrepreneur Hour. Will be here between 11 and noon tomorrow. Following me is the one and only, the adolescent who is about to become a young adult in the digital drive. And of course, he's going to always, as he does, he takes technology, mixes in a little politics, keeps it all local, and makes it understandable for you. So as you go out and eat lunch, you know, you may be going, I don't know where you're going to eat lunch today. I would say that you would go, do not have tofu, whatever you do. That's my only request. But wherever you go for lunch, you know, grab the TuneIn app, download it on your phone. You can listen to the digital drive and listen to what the adolescent has to say. And then after him, we have Keon Rose on Clutch. That's really the only local talk sports talk show at that time. And he's right here at AM 1240 Hot News Talk Radio. Make sure you follow us at Twitter and on Facebook. And they're both at Hot News Talk Radio. Pretty simple. And then, of course, if you're at home or in your office or whatever, you can listen to us at hotnewstalkradio.com. The EEOC wins $240,000 in damages for Muslim truck driver fired for not delivering beer. God, these companies are mean. They are mean. Thank goodness we have Barack Hussein Obama, the Muslim in chief. He is such a savior for all of us, unless you're a Christian. The EEOC argued that the company could have easily reassigned the driver, but did not, and sued it for religious discrimination. So this is Barack Hussein Obama's administration going after somebody. I'm going to take care of my Muslim brothers. If that is true, then the company was indeed in the wrong, although not necessarily in the tune of $240,000. More often, the Muslims who bring these kind of suits, and this is from jihadwatch.org, which is a pretty good site. More importantly, or more often, Muslims that bring these kind of suits have refused reassignment to positions that would allow them to practice their religion without hindrance, as in the notorious case that happened with Disney, who they had a Disney female worker, and she insisted on wearing her habit while working at Disney, and sued after refusing multiple offers from Disney to be placed in a position where she could wear her, you know, and the habit covers her face. There must be some ugly women over it. You know, Muslim women must just be uglier, and I don't know what, wanting to cover their face. I want to let that face shine, see that smile. That's the difference between Christians and Muslims. You know, Christians want to see that smile because we're happy. We're not mad and pissed off and want to kill somebody. Christians are happy. So we want to see that little light shine through you. Anyway, she turned these down. She turned down different positions where she could wear, you know, her habit. These cases are generally an attempt to compel American businesses to change the way they operate in order to accommodate Muslim practices. Think about that. Did they do that? I mean, think about that. So this is a coordinated effort. And who's fallen right into it? Our Muslim in chief, Barack Hussein Obama, because it's just not fair. You know, he says he's a Christian. That's funny. You know, what is he doing to save the Christians in the Middle East? You know, we had an article, a couple of weeks ago, talking about how Christianity in the Middle East and in parts of the Middle East may be gone. Parts of Africa may be gone. What is he doing? What is he doing as a Christian? I mean, he wants to run in and save the Muslims here, you know, make sure that they don't have to do any work, that they don't think that their, you know, religion won't let them do. How about if the shoe was on the other foot? You know, why does he go after people that maybe own a pizza parlor and they're Christians and they don't want to serve homosexuals. Oh, no, they can't use their religion then. No, you will do this. And they're put out of business. But here we're going to protect him. He's going to use the EEOC, the Equal Employment Office, to do his work because he's Muslim in chief. I mean, think about that. This is what's going on. Now, you people need to wake up. You know, I know the Kardashians are interesting. I understand that. And I know I just stay home and read my Bible, Eric. I read my Bible every day. Well, you need to raise your head up, look around, watch the news, see what the heck's going on. Because reading your Bible is good. Don't stop that. But you need to know what the hell's going on in this world. God, I don't know why I'm on a tirade today. Yes, I don't think I put enough vodka in my drink this morning. Climate Change, theweek.com. You wouldn't know it from the happy spin emulating from the Oval Office. But a third world revolt in Bonn, Germany this week almost derailed the Paris climate change negotiations in November. Although peace has been restored for now, it only happened by pampering over the fundamental conundrum. The world can either avert climate catastrophe, right, or seek climate justice. Not both. The revolt was triggered when 130 developing nations, including India and China, noticed that the draft action plan that is supposed to serve as a blueprint for the Paris negotiations had omitted the most important conditions about the fairness and financing of the final deal. Now, that's code word for we want America to pay for it because y'all are the evil. Think of all the wonderful things you have in America. You're using up all of the resources. You're polluting. Well, okay, we're the ones polluting. India and China, we're the ones polluting, but we want you to pay for it, America, because, you know, they're so liberal and left over there and they're wanting to do the right thing. We got them snowed on this climate change. Now, this, I would like to see Trump negotiate this. The Paris negotiations are supposed to be the mother of all climate negotiations. Once again, think of the money, the energy they're spent on something they cannot control. I mean, as human beings, we really think we can have an effect on the climate? Well, I don't care if you believe that God created the world or, once again, it's evolutionary. You honestly think that either God or nature is going to allow man, one species, to ruin this planet? We've seen it time and time again. Think about World War II, the millions upon millions of gallons of oil from the ships that were sank. We dropped 2 atomic bombs. And guess what? They're still here. We're still clicking right along. They predict this huge hurricane, the biggest hurricane ever recorded, hitting Mexico. Oh, the mountain stopped it. That's weird how the earth kind of takes care of itself. But they're going to spend millions and millions of dollars in time, waste all of our time to come up with something that's not going to do a darn thing about it. These people can't tell us what's going to happen tomorrow in the weather. They can't. They don't know. But they're going to tell us what's going to happen 20 years from now. They've been wrong every time. First, we were going into another ice age. Now we're going into, global warming. Now it's just change. No, we get all that wrong. So if we say change, we're right. It's climate. Yeah, the weather changes. That's what the weather does. Just amazing. Amazing to me. All right quick, life-saving drones. That's right. Oh, these evil, nasty drones that you hear the federal government's so worried about. Using drones to transport medicines in rural areas is fast becoming a reality across the world, and South Africa could be leading the way. Amazing. Every other country in the world is leading us. And here's where they're doing it. The Doctors Without Borders, that, of course, they operate in these countries. What is the quickest and fastest way that they can get medicines between where they're at? Drones. These drones are getting them there. And you know what? It saves time. It saves money. They get them there quicker. And it doesn't risk spreading the disease. Oh my gosh, these evil drones. Isn't it great? I mean, they figured this out. What they do is they load the medicines on the drones, and they don't have to, and the reason it doesn't spread the disease, they don't have to have someone drive there who may get infected. TB is big in South Africa right now. And they're saying that this may be one of the ways that it's transmitted around. I mean, these guys are doing their job. They're driving, but they may not, follow and adhere all of the things they have to do to keep from spreading the disease. So once again, the world of drones may save mankind. Oh gosh, people don't want to hear that. They'd rather hear how sympathetic we are for the climate and the gays, the environment and the gays. Oh gosh. Well, you're listening to the Mr. Judd Show. Hey, after me is the Digital Drive. Don't forget. And that's from noon to 1. We have Keon Rose from 1 to 2. That's Sports Show, The Clutch. And then we have Sean Hannity at 3, the number 2 talk show host in the nation. That's right, on AM radio. Can you believe it? That's the power of AM radio. It's huge power. Then we have Live at 5, which is the only local news, traffic, and weather show from 5 to 6. And then the one and only Cowboy Up with Tex from 6 to 7. Get your cowboy on. Ride Tex through the news stories of the day. You're listening to the Mr. Judd Show. This is Hot News Talk Radio, AM 1240.
You give us 12 minutes and 40 seconds, we'll give you Chattanooga and the world.
News